and welcome everybody to the most precious moment of this whole entire training, which is the celebration, the graduation celebration of our third level training. And we're so delighted to have some of our students here who are so bold and courageous. Thank you for trusting and believing. You went straight from first level, second level, and then right into the third level. Okay, non-stop learning for the last, I think maybe for the last 2 years, right? Wow. Last 2 years is equivalent to a honor degree in a university. Okay, so so let's just hear from some of you first. Who would like to share first? Those who have, especially, those group who went for first, second, and third, non-stop. Okay, who would like to share? How has this journey been for you? Yay! Dana, so you go first.
Okay, so from what I recall from level 1 training, it was a lot of unlearning and a lot of breaking my brain. And as if that wasn't enough, once we moved to level 2, the advanced level, the way I describe it to students going from level 1 to level 2 is it's like going from high school to university. It's a huge jump. It really is. And you need to be ready for advanced level. And you really need to be committed to the process. There's a huge amount of learning, but it's so rewarding. But you do need to put in the time and the effort. And in respect of level 3, it's been my greatest joy. In fact, I wasn't sure whether I was going to do level 3, and the thing that convinced me to do it was when I attended the open house that you hosted, Ben, and you said, "I will need to break your wings again and you will cry." And I thought I already did that in level 2, so bring it. I was ready. I wanted to see what that involved. But it's been such a journey, and now I feel that I have the freedom and the confidence and the permission to explore the shadows with confidence and to help my clients navigate emotions with confidence. So there's nothing that I can't do now in a coaching session. So thank you so much, Ben.
Thank you. Let's give Dana a round of applause. So the win is fixed back, stronger than ever before.
Yeah.
Thank you. What a joy to see how Diana has progressed. And did anyone would like to say something to Diana in response? Anything? Some of you have been. How many of you are in the same batch with Diana? In the first level, I think. Lisa, yeah, you're in the same batch in the first level. And
I don't know if we're in the first batch, Diana. Were we? 1,
Yep.
2, 4 was my cohort.
you were in the same batch with Diana.
That's amazing.
With,
No,
Lisa, you, Thelma, and Rosa.
No, I've peer coached with Diana, and it's amazing to see how we've transitioned from the beginning with our practicals. And her growth has been phenomenal. I think there's so many points in my role as a client that she's impacted me, right? And so I just want to say thank you, Diana, for allowing me and us to be on this journey with you.
Oh, thank you. Such a wonderful joy. Okay, great. Now, Lisa, we know that you will be dropping off in 8:30, so we want to give you the time to share, as a testimony, to the classmates who have grown together with you from level 1, level 2, and level 3, for you to just express and share how has this journey been for you?
Uh, I can't even have words to explain it. I think it's an experience in itself more than anything academic or mental. It's the whole concept of this coaching journey is life-changing or career-changing or whatever you want to call it in that regard. I think it's opened up so many doors, thinking windows, and for anyone who's really on a personal growth and change journey, this is it, right? Whether you want to do coaching as a career or not, it doesn't matter. At the very end, you end up finding yourself with your peers, your friends. And for me, it's been phenomenal. It really has. I think it's been pivotal in my life in general. And I think this is a point that I will always remember as phenomenal growth for myself. And that's all. I just want to say thank you to CMA, to the faculty, to my peers, to everyone that I'm experiencing through this journey and will continue. That's all I have to say. It's been amazing. So thank you.
No, we're not going to let it go so easily. Share with us. Share with us what's those growth areas that you personally have, experienced it in this journey. Because you say it's not about just coaching skills or competency or certification. It's really about your own personal growth and transformation. So share with me your just one areas of your personal growth that you have seen.
So the book that stands out the most is The Mastery by Robert Greene that you suggested we read. And I think that was the seed that was planted around, oh my gosh, what? So for those of you who I'm still in corporate and that's still part of my journey, but like that was the initiation of, okay, I think I really need to go and find my calling, right? My passion is somewhere else and I recognize that. And so now it's just taking that first step. That's what that book initiated. And so I think to almost Diana's point, it was the advance that was just that launch pad that allowed me to break free from traditional mold of, that very Asian engineer, like how your parents framed you that you had to be. And so now it's like, all right, I'm not going to be that. And my dad still challenges me now. He's like, why would you leave your corporate job and go into coaching? And I'm getting that like this morning. So it's just been amazing that how my thinking has allowed me to think different for myself in that regard. And honestly, I'd be able to shift this to my children and get them to feel and think also what they're passionate about and help them drive that forward. So that's where it's been really pivotal for me as a point in life.
Oh God, I'm not going to let it go. So just one more.
Want me to cry?
Yes. How has this training in any way, shapes, form, or call out that passion that is in you?
It's allowed me, I like Diana's word, permission, to say, I'm giving myself permission, first of all, to be on this journey and do it for myself. I think this is the key thing, right? Recognizing that you come in. So I know there are corporate clients, that's fine, but there are people that come in here on their own and that they are owning this change and this transformation journey for themselves by choosing to be on the course and to stick with it. And that's the important part of this self journey for myself.
Oh, let's give Lisa a round of applause. Whoa. Isn't it marvelous to see how, I mean, we all seen it in our own personal life, how our universities studies shapes the way we think and talk. Right? You just go to universities and you will see the law student speaks very differently from the social science students, that speaks very differently from the teachers and engineers and the biochemists and stuff like that. It's such amazing that these 2 years of journey, I think what really is amazing is these ecosystems that we breathe in every day. Coaching supervision, marker, which marker? And then when you don't get it, you just get you know, and kind of like, okay, join us for more live coaching session, join us for coaching supervision, work with the first level students, work with the second level students, meet together as a peer group, discuss. You know, I guess that's the ecosystems that has been created that allows you to form inwardly. That's the beauty, isn't it? To form inwardly. And what I'm appreciating is that in this 21st century where things is kind of like, let's get it fast. You know, but we forgot to pause and listen to the nature of what nature is teaching us, that anything has to be developed inwardly. Think about the fruits that we're eating, while those in Asia, durian, or whatever fruits is, the fruits, the juicy part of it, you know, is always grown from within. It develops within. And then when the time comes, it breaks open that shell and releases the fruits for multiplications. Oh, isn't that beautiful? And the sad thing is that we rush the process of this formation, which is so hard to convince students in level one that you need to slow down. What? What's the solution? What's the answer? Did the clients get anything out of it? Well, you know, it's like, okay, is that what, you know, is that what is life all about? Just rushing to the end? And we all know, and at least, you know, my third child is born prematurely, you know, much early. He's just too eager to see the world. Okay. But think about the consequence if we come out too early. If we come out too early, oh, you know, oh, we need to allow time to grow inwardly. And this inward journey is a journey in which people of like-mindedness comes together, talk and breathe about what makes them excited. And it's that combat sheet of working together in this journey that we begin to form inwardly, you know. And it was in this inward development that you draw the strength to be able to demonstrate coaching at mastery level, isn't it? Right? Your coaching capacity, you know, is drawn from your own personal journey. And that's my favorite quote: who you are is how you coach, and how you coach is who you are. Right? Mastery cannot be divorced from a way of being. You have grown. Yeah, let's give everybody a round of applause. Whoa. Okay, we have grown and we're not the same anymore. So who else would like to share about your own growth? That, hey, I'm not the same anymore. Who would like to take this opportunity to share and testify about your difference in this level one, level two, and level three? Come on, let's not break the chain. Let's keep the change going. Lena. I first met Lena when we were doing the in-person training. I got such a privilege to be able to do just two groups, okay, of in-person training in Lebanon. And you know, and Lena was there. I think you're the second batch, right? That it's the second batch that we did it in that fanciful new hotel that was just recently opened. I still remember. Lena, share with us.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I wanted to talk about. I still remember till today, the first day I met you, Ben. And I didn't know a lot about you at that time, but I knew that you were a master coach. And for me, when I was looking at you, it was like as if I'm looking to a god, like he's a master coach. So for me, when I thought about it, I thought that it was a long, long journey. And it was like, that's my dream. This is where I knew that that's my dream. And this is exactly what I want. But for me, it was something like, really far, not that easy to get, to be a master coach when I knew the details about how you can be a master coach. And I also still remember when we said goodbye to you, Ben. I was crying at that time. You put this
I
music
think
at
that
the
was the
back.
group that everybody was crying. Because it's all
No.
ladies.
So when I went to you to thank you for everything, I remember you told me, Lena, you have a golden heart
Yeah.
and the world is in need for you. So go ahead. And this is when I knew that I really need to pursue my dream. It meant a lot to me and it encouraged me a lot. Yes, it was not easy, but I really enjoyed every level. Every level had a different taste, a different color. I'm completely a new person today. I need to admit this. I have more self-confidence. I built lots of resilience because the night that we cried and we repeat and again. Yeah, but as much as I'm happy today because we're done with the third level, I'm wishing that we had a fourth level to continue. And every time I finished my level, I was eager to know what's next and what's next and what's next. When you feel that no matter what you learn, it's not good enough and you really want more and more. Yeah, so this was my feeling during this whole journey. I'm really grateful for you, grateful for each and everyone now here with me, for my peers. It's an unforgettable journey.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Lina. It was such a joy to know her personally. I mean, I coach almost the family members.
I'm so grateful, Ben. You're
It
so
was like, what I'm appreciating is that it's not just a, this is a program and I just, but I get to know her family. You know what I mean? And I think that's what makes life colorful is the relationship, the people that you know at a much deeper level. You know what I mean? So yes. And we also have another lady from Lebanon. Okay, Randa. Okay. I'm so glad that she's able to join us today and she's thinking about moving on with the third level. So it's great to have Lebanon rise up. Okay, to have more master coaches, good. So who would like to go next to continue the wonderful story? Maybe we take a pause here to get the faculty members to say a couple of things to our graduating students. Okay, so we have a couple of faculty members here with me. So who would like to take this opportunity to encourage our students from the third level? Yeah.
All right, let me go first, since I think that I'm pretty oldest around here. You wouldn't believe it. So, well, and first thing I would like to say congratulations to all of us here. And I've been through level 3 for, this is my third time. Okay. And I'm so very happy every time that I join every cohort, level 1, level 2, level 3. The thing is that I have the opportunity to meet good people.
Yes.
And that's the value. This is the biggest value of me joining CMA. I know a lot of good people around and I can feel the good energy. And this morning, this is my intention to say this in this session. This morning, something just popped up into my head. I just, the thinking was back into the level 1. And when you play our video, Starfish.
Yes.
And that's the point where after we have done level 1, level 2, level 3, we have to do something about the starfish. We have to do something for the world. We have to do something for our community. We have to do something for people. And this is kind of our mission. It's our commitment. It's automatic, from, as the CMA's family. And then we have the mission to, change the world. We have to inspire the positive change into the world. So this is what I would like to emphasize this to all of us here. Yeah, that's it. I would like to say this. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm proposing a toast to good people. To many more good people and producing more good people. What a great word, Piang Su, a toast for good people. You know, aren't you guys agreed? Let's give a round of applause. Okay, good people. Such amazing to be able to attract such a good-hearted individual. Thank you, Piang-su. Thank you. Any faculty members would like to take this opportunity to encourage our third level students?
And I'll go next. Hi, everybody. I like these beautiful smiles in everyone, and congratulations. And yeah, you know, some of you I saw in the retreat, and we met each other, and some of you actually in this program and this family say we had opportunity to work together and support the other students. So all those experiences really giving something that to experience the diversity, experience the culture, experience that, what would I say, that a human connection, like we are from different countries and our environments are different, but in this CMA, we strongly get connect to each other. And there are several opportunities being created by CMA Global to do that. And I really value that. And then I see that each one of you, I got some.
Okay, Jay, are you there?
Committed you are. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Hello. Okay. So what I was talking was like the opportunity to work with Milena, Vinny, and Lynn. So Joanne and all that is really wonderful. And yeah, and two Joannes. Yeah, and congratulations once again. Another special thing, my colleague and my partner in business, and as well as my close friend, Andrea. She's in this batch, Andrea Chatilaka, and I'm really honored to witness this graduation as she is stepping up, and my wish is to from so many years back, maybe 9 years back to have 100 coaches. Now we are grooming to have 2 MCCs hopefully. And yeah, so that's another special thing when it comes to Sri Lankan context. And as you know, we are leading the training here yet, and we are going to continue that. Thank you very much. Back to you, Ben.
Thank you. A toast to more masterful MCC. Yay! Thank you. So remember, masterful MCC, not just MCC. No? Good. And in this space, I'd like to acknowledge 2 very brave lady, okay, who was on board with a younger one, either in the tummy or out of the tummy, and still continue through the training. So we have actually Joanne Che, when she was joining us, I think for the first level, she was with little baby. Okay, and then she's not only she's not just having a small baby, but she is also doing an MBA program and doing the first level and then jump right into the advanced level. And then we also Milena, when she was doing the third level, she was, delivering the third baby, and I got such a privilege to see actually the first 2 sons and the husband when she was in Romania. Okay, almost coaching his husband for a period of time, but it just doesn't work out. But let's just invite these two ladies to share with us how is carrying the baby, and we want to also hear what has been given birth for yourself. In this 2 years of long learning journey. Jen or Milena, who would like to go first?
I guess I can go. Just trying to think about my journey. It's hard to find words, I think. It's been such an amazing, exceptional journey. And it's one that I would encourage anybody to embark on, whether you want to be a coach or not.
Yeah.
It's really a journey of personal inner growth. And you come out very different. You come out stronger. You come out more resilient. You come out clearer about your purpose and your intention, who you want to be, what you want to do in this world, what impact you want to make on the folks around you. So I think that for me has been one big, just very thankful for all that I've received. And if I reflect on some of the key things that I've taken away as a coach, not just learning how to coach, but really how to be a coach, how to hold that sacred space so that our clients can think and feel for themselves, and more importantly, learn to trust themselves. And then you see them emerge as an empowered individual, and you had a small window of opportunity to walk with them in that. So that to me is very precious. The second bit is really self, so really growing as an individual, and really, for me, cherishing that beauty of human connection. Because in the workplace, I'm very outcome oriented. I get things done, very logical. But this really brought me back to my heart about really wanting to connect with people and to understand them and to listen to them. And I think the last one would be people, really being inspired by Ben all the time, challenged by Ben all the time, have grown so much because of Ben. The peer coaches whom I've grown up with in level 1, 2, and 3, and the friendships that we form, I think will last for a lifetime. So for all of that, I'm very grateful. And I'm sure this will carry on. This is not the end, I'm sure. So thank you.
Thank you. Well, let's give a toast to how to be a coach, not about how to coach. A toast to be how to be a coach. Thank you. Thank you, Joanne. Milena, we'd love to hear your story as you know. Especially in this third level, with the baby, and then I know it has been a major transition, in your life, when you're doing the third level training. So we love to hear from you.
Yeah, I hope the internet allows this because I have very bad connection. A lot has been said. I can just add to what Joanne mentioned, that you go out from the training with 3 children, for example. Yeah, amazing growth. And I would top on what Diane mentioned, like what comes next? I mean, we know what comes within the training, and the question is what comes next? And what happens after that? Because the story is ongoing.
Well done. Well, let's give a toast to Milena. Let's welcome what's next. Good. So we have heard a lot from our ladies. So in this third level training, I think it's very rare for us to have a guy because we just only a few of them. So we can count them by in less than, we have only Yang, we have Ilan, we have Chandaran is not able to join us today, mainly because no, something unfortunate happens in his immediate family, so he needs to attend to that. Okay, so we have these 3 gentlemen as a student joining us. So, Yang, would you like to share your journey? And then after that, we have, Ilan is not here. He just left. Okay. So you will represent the boys.
I don't know about that, but I'm really happy to share my experience. And I think what we're all struggling here is to compact in few words how much we got out of this. It's just too many things. It's learning, it's people, it's a course, it's 3 years of our life. It's just a lot. So it's an incredible transformation that took place. And what happened for me is over the 3 years of Coach Master Academy, it's almost like an unleashing, it's a breaking the barriers. I don't think that I didn't have the potential, but if I look into the past, I just wasn't making it happen. And through listening to your teaching, listening to your way of thinking, taking part in the practice, really working hard at figuring it out, suddenly life became easy. Life became clearer. Judgment disappeared, whether it's others or for myself. I think we grow anyways, whether we do classes, we don't do classes. Life forces us to grow, and we grow. But the clarity at which that growth has happened for me is incredible. It just feels like the words that you found, the pointers you gave us, the methods that you taught us have just enabled a new me to become. And yeah, I'm forever grateful. I think my life is already changed and cannot be undone. So the drama has unfolded. Now here's where I'm at, and I'm really proud to be where I'm at, and I think I'm better off that way. So that's pretty much where I come from, and I don't think it's just knowledge. I think it's really as important is to see this combination of all the things that you've put together. It's a platform, it's individuals, it's learning, it's teaching, it's a space for practice, it's friendship. It's all this that is coming to our lives. And so, yeah, it's an incredible experience for me, and I will never regret that choice.
A toast to life will never be the same again.
No.
Thank you. It's such an honor to know Yang personally, and he actually flew all the way from New Zealand to Singapore. That is how committed he is, just to learn, in the core training, and then later on, life just brought us together when he was in London. He's moving back to London, and we had a very good time together in Romania, in Europe during that time, imparting the knowledge, on how he can, train in the first level and how he can, establish CMA, in that short period of time. It's a very steep learning curve for him. Trust me, both of us got lots of argument along the way, and I think we will still have argument. But that's really what makes life enjoyable, and it's like, yeah, who doesn't have differences, and who doesn't have things that doesn't work out together? All of us are married. We know our spouses. Well, I don't mean that. No, what do you mean you didn't mean that? You just say that. Yeah, I just said that, but I didn't mean that. What do you mean by you say that and you don't mean that? But I guess learning to be able to talk it through, that okay, this is your opinion, this is my opinion, it doesn't seem to tally up, let's talk about it, and learning to withhold that judgment is really what's so amazing in this relationship, with Yang. And I just learned, that how easy for us to jump into judgment, but he always hold me accountable. You say that in the training, you teach us like this in here, but then when you come to your end execution, you never seem to deliver that. Okay, great. I'm not the holy saint. Okay, well, what I'm trying to say is, life holds us accountable as we learn to surrender and allow people to hold us accountable to ourselves. And then we learn to grow strong together. So the collective whole is already a core value system in CMA. It's never brand on one person. It's always about the collective moving towards our shared vision and purpose. And together we grow. Good. Thank you. And I'm going to, at this point of time, want to invite Dora to give a few words of encouragement. It's unique to have Dora here, and oh, well, it's, we love to have Yabaka joining us too, but unfortunately, Yabaka is not able to join us. She really love to do so. Well, both of them has, did level 1 and level 2 and then level 3 and then emerge out and move on to apply for their credential, and they kind of like manage not manage and they got their credential. Okay, so it's good to hear from from them and just find strength and inspiration from their journey. Well, Dora, what would you like to say to our graduating students in the third level?
Sure, but first of all, Ben, where's the champagne?
Yeah, this is a new revised version tea.
Oh, not acceptable. I was waiting, and every time the delivery guy, the doorbell rings, I thought there was a champagne coming because he said it's a celebration. Would you allow me to share something? Share screen?
Okay, go ahead, Dora. Let me just do that shortly. Here it goes.
Yeah. Mm.
Congratulations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. Who would believe that I could be happy and contented? I used to think that happiness hadn't been invented. But that was in the bad old days before I met you. When I let you walk into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations.
Okay.
Are you kidding us how old you are?
No, I thought everyone's being emotional and then, very deep. I thought I'll just put some music before I say a few words. Yeah, so a big, big congratulations to each and every one of you. I have only 2 flags with me. One is a Singapore flag and one is a Danish flag because my husband is Danish. So, we always have a Danish flag at home. So I just want to say a massive congratulations. And I also want to take this opportunity first to say big thank you. And you know who you are, who have supported me in my journey. If we're using the word journey today, I'm going to come back to that. You've supported me in my MCC credentialing by allowing me to practice with you and allowing me to be your student mentor. And there has been rich experience. I learned a lot from you guys. In fact, seeing you guys coach, and even during the sessions, the way you all share, provide feedback, during debrief, it really inspired me. It really inspired me to put intention into what I was, doing. So I really want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I don't have much to say to you guys today because, you guys have arrived at a point, and we were saying journey, in a journey, whether you're taking a road journey or whatever journey that you are taking, there's always milestones, and not everybody would be going in the same speed in that journey. But what happens is that whenever we reach at a certain milestone that we have kept for ourselves, we feel happy, we cheer to each other. Maybe we drink a cup of tea or champagne or whatever that we would have. Okay, not tea maybe, not like, like Ben, but we do acknowledge it. So I just wanted to encourage you guys, to acknowledge where you have arrived in your journey today, because I think that's very important. Because if you stop acknowledging and stop appreciating what you have at this point, then the next step is going to be not there, because the present moment is your future. And if you're investing in your present completely, your future is already invested. It's already made for you. So that's all I want to say. And yeah, big thank you, big congratulations. I don't want to pressure you guys or tell you guys about what next. Now, I think that the present moment is important for you guys to acknowledge and enjoy and celebrate. Bring that champagne out and celebrate.
Thank you. Let's have a toast to the present moment. Woo! Thank you. So we'd like to have the next three persons to go on, and then I'm going to put them in the next chat box. We're going to have Alina, Azada, and Joanne Mackenzie to go next to share with us. So let us start with Alina. Alina, what is it that you like to say?
Yeah, no, thank you, Ben. Many things happened in this journey of 2.5 years, kind of, yeah, already, yeah. And for me, it was a lot of unlearning and learning, and this was a very big lesson for me. I started that before CMA, but I think that in CMA I did it at a higher level, you know, and it was very challenging for me to let everything down, like that everything that I got with me as the knowledge and yeah, even experience and everything, I let it, you know, somewhere, and I was able to start from the beginning. And doing that, it was a lot to learn about myself. So I think that this was a journey of learning about me and what are my limits, how much I can push myself. Yeah, and I think that this is a valuable lesson for me in my life. And then it is about the people and the connections that we build here. And it's not only that is like a family that you can call the other and you can have a discussion, or you can just rely on people, but it's a kind of, you know, people that you're journeying with, and it's beautiful to have people that you love and you appreciate and you look up to, and people also that you can share with, from what you know and from what you are. So yeah, I was thinking that it was also very challenging and tiring for me. In this third year, it was really hard at a certain point.
Yeah.
And yeah. And there were many moments when I asked myself, is this what I want to continue to do? Is this my really my calling? Is this, you know? And I think that the answer is like, kind of, I made a promise. It's kind of, I made a promise and I have to go with the promise. So I cannot go out of it. Yeah, so thank you, each and every one of you. It was a beautiful experience. And yeah, there are these moments that you carry with you all your life. You have it in your heart, and you just, yeah, have it in yourself. So yeah, thank you very much. And I am sure that we will continue to be together, to work together, to be in contact with each other and do good in this world together.
Propose a toast to believe in yourself. Thank you. What a valuable lesson to learn from Alina, that sometimes we question life, and often enough we question life, but there are times that we allow life to question us. So I think for Alina, life has caught up with her. In the life is questioning her. What do you want for your life, Alina? Huh? Wake up your idea. What do you want? So she's no longer questioning life. What do what can I do? No, life is questioning her. What do you want, Alina? Good. And it's a personal journey for some of us, and it's such a joy to know her personally in Romania. To shake her up. In level 2, I also shake her up. In level 3, I stopped shaking her. I just... Thank you, Alina. Okay. Next, we have Azadeh. Woo!
Thank you, Ben, and everyone. As everyone said, it's so much to say in little time. So I'm looking for, so the person that I started this journey with, my little sister, I have to call her almost, she is Noor, is unfortunately not here. Today she couldn't join, but I want to say a thanks for both of us, because this whole journey has been amazing, I think, for both of us. For me, it was like coming out of a shell, if I can say a metaphor. So many things that I learned about myself, but I think so I'm a people's person, so the first memory I have to say, which is a turning point in my life, is when I went to Agape.
Yeah.
And I got to meet you, Ben, and I got to meet so many of my peers who are here today. So Alina, Magda, Adrian, Radu, Oana, Ioana, who, I was so blessed to meet you all. And I went there thinking, I want to know, is this the path for me? I started the ACC, I loved it. And yet I thought, something's missing, I thought a transformation is going to happen for the client. I appreciate getting the client from A to B, but is this it? And is it this for me? So that's why I actually decided to go to Romania, and having done that training with you and asked you about the advanced program, and then started this journey with these amazing people, and then getting to know 90 amazing people in this PCC training who I've been coached by and who have been amazing part of my learning and growth journey. I've learned so much from all the mentors, the supervisors. Thank you, PM Suk, Dora. I mean, I want to name all of you. You have been amazing. And I would just say, so there's so many things. One is the skills, one is the learning, one is, Ben, your heart and your wisdom, your care for your students as if you're your children. Yeah, the tough part and the tough love. And really, for me, it's been a journey of the skills was one part, but I would say I learned a lot about myself. I gained a lot of confidence, and I was always a lover of art, and I had a wish in my heart to follow the arts, and I think I found my art. So it's been a path of love for me. So thank you so much appreciation to all of you. And I don't want to even see it as an end, because I think that these relationships continue, the learning continues. I know, Ben, you'll keep us on our toes. Thank you, just from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. So let's give a toast to tough love. Well done, well done. A toast to tough love. Well done. And next, we're going to have a very amazing lady, which I get to know her for the very first time. And then right after that, I told her on the last day of the training, you will be part of the faculty. I was like, she's none other than Joe Mackenzie, our first footprint in African continent. Joe, would you like to share your journey with us? First level, second level, and third level continuously.
Wow. Thank you, Ben. And you know what, an honor and pleasure to be with all of you, witnessing this day, witnessing this hour. And, I was just trying to think about today and where we have come from. And I remembered the first 4-day in-person training that we had with Ben. I always laugh looking back on that day. I see Abiola
we only
here.
6 of us only.
Yes. There were only 6
Abiola
of us.
was there too with us,
And I kept on thinking, this is so confusing. What did I just land myself into? And then you can imagine Ben just encouraging you and saying, yeah, this is something that you can do. And I kept on thinking, is Ben serious? Is this something that I'm really going to manage along the way? But then I started on the journey, and the key words that have remained with me to date as I look back is just let it land.
Yeah.
I guess for me, with every level of training, there was so much confusion in the start, and I would think, okay, just let it land. When we started the PCC, I guess the circumstances around me just decided to dictate otherwise. My laptop decided to jam, the connectivity became horrendous. And at some point I told Ben, I think let me drop out of this class. I'll join at some other stage, and he couldn't have any of that. So thank you, Ben. Probably if you hadn't insisted, I wouldn't be graduating today. But it's been an amazing journey. When I think about the fact that there are so many concepts that I cannot explain to anyone how I finally got them. I just know that things landed. How they landed, I have no clue. That I'm just amazed when I think about the reflections. I can really identify with all the reflections that my peers have had. For my peers who seem to grasp things very fast, you are also my side mentors in the class. Joanne had always had that structured way of getting things, and you'll be there thinking, okay, how is this one grasping all these other things that are happening? Then I would always remind myself, just let it land. I remember the first time when I saw Diana having, a coaching session and coaching around emotions, and I was just telling myself, just let it land. You will get things. The journey is so individualistic. There's a lot of learning, but just let it land. And certainly I know that it's only the beginning. And like Lina said, I just kept on thinking, is this all? So it looks like, we have to continue building the muscle. Every time I see Ben, the opportunities that I've had to engage with the students at the different levels, there's a lot of learning that happens because every case study is unique. And what an honor when I think about it. And I'm a Christian, and there's a scripture that had never spoken to me, but one that talks about that inside of every individual is a deposit of advice, but it takes a person of understanding to draw it out. For me, that speaks to me volumes, because I realize that every life before me is a precious life. And so if I'm going to draw out that thing, how do I then grow my muscle to that level? So thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much for choosing to come to Kampala, even when we were just 6, thanks to Abiola and the one who came in from Kenya that we made the number 8. But yeah, you planted a seed, and we are happy. Right now, we even have the ICF chapter in the country. If it wasn't for CMA, I'm sure I wouldn't have it here. And I see a lot of potential. So yeah, to more growth, I know that the journey continues. Thank you so much.
May I propose a toast to just let it land? Thank you. And let was the honor right now. I just want to get Abiola first to come in to say something as a faculty member before we continue on to have the students to express their to share their journey. Abiola, what would you like to say to our graduating students?
Okay, I think thank you, Ben, for the opportunity to say a word. I think the first thing is congratulations. I know how much hard work you put in, but I know that it has been an adventurous experience, if I'm to go by the PCC experience that I had. I know it's a journey of resilience and doggedness. So congratulations and well done. I'm so delighted and also opportune to be in this celebration session, because I think my sentiments have been whipped up, and I'm really eagerly looking forward to being in the next cohort for the MCC. I want to tap into all the learnings, the experience, and the.
Oops. Okay, Abiola, we're missing you because. Go ahead. So sorry.
I'm glad to be here, and congratulations to everybody. Thank you, Ben, for all that you do. Yeah.
Great. Thank you, Abiola. We're going to toast that later. And P needs to move out in a couple of minutes. So let's pass the time over to P. Thank you, P.
Thank you so much, Ben. And sorry, I do have to leave in just a few minutes, but I just wanted to actually say thank you to everybody who's here and the ones that couldn't make it, because it's the camaraderie that has made a lot of us be able to actually make it through and make it through sane. I think a few of you talked about how the support was, the camaraderie, the stopping having that judgment we might have had before, whether it was a judgment of ourselves or of others. And it has really moved me along. And it's because of all of you. I remember there was a day where I had to make an inquiry, and in any other situation, I would have been sitting digging a hole, but because I had all of you around and Ben had me in the hut chair, it was just fun to try and really be able to nail it. I don't think I ever did, but the camaraderie and the cheering from all of you when somebody was in that hot seat to try and get these inquiry right was just absolutely amazing. And that's one thing that I will definitely cherish and bring with me. Another thing is when you need a coaching partner to practice or try something out, the amount of people that raise their hands and say, I'm here, I'm present, let us do it. And then the honest feedback afterwards. That's just what makes it, so incredible to be working or learning with all of you around. So thank you very much for having been part of my journey. And Ben, thank you so much for pushing us. It's just incredible, the leadership you've been given to us and the patience you've had with us when we still don't get it right after 15 tries. Yeah, so thank you so much. It's just been absolutely incredible. And the journey continues. This is not about a destination. This is about the continuous journey of learning and mastery.
Good, thank you. I'm not going to pronounce the word. It sounds like Kamari for me, but let's give a big toast to the compassion. Thank you. Continue to hold on to this wonderful, wonderful friendship that we've built. And next, we'd love to have Lynn to share with us quickly. Lynn, would you like to share? Lynn joined us much earlier on and then took a break and then and then continue on. So Lynn, share with us how is your learning journey like?
Yes, thank you, Ben. Thank you, everyone. So just want to share that today is 2 days from now, my son will enter primary school, grade 1.
That's so long that I know her. When she started, the son was still around.
Yeah. So yes, 6 years ago, my son was in infant, 3 months old, and I flew from Hanoi to Ho Chi Minh City to attend the first class and first level training, and it's 6 months already. 6 years already, and my son is now entering school. So it's kind of very somehow coincident that we have this ceremony today, and my son is going to school like 2 days from now. It's really like interesting and coincidence. And really, I want to say thank you, Ben, because for me, the journey is really amazing. it changed my life. And I always told my friends and everyone around me that being, decide to take a coach training is one of the life changing for me. And I couldn't have to think of, continuing the journey until there's nothing more to learn. It's just like being alive to this world. I mean, I cannot imagine that one attend coach training for first level and then, okay, I'm stopped, or even the second level. I mean, for me, it's just being alive to be a better coach every day. And really thank you. It's life changing for me. I think about the journey as level 1 as like unlearning, a lot about unlearning. And level 2 for me is defining. And to level 3 for me is choosing to be as a coach, choosing to show up to the world like my very authentic self, my courage self, my whatever self. I want to show up to the world in a very authentic way. And at the end of the day, being a coach to me is all about showing the love to yourself and to the world. And I really appreciate that. And I remember when I decided to take the third level training, and I had an opportunity to have a coaching session with Ben, and he asked me like, what was your observation? And my answer was, I can observe like an infinite trust from the coach to the client. And today, Ben, I can tell you that I have that infinite trust in myself. I do see the potential, I see the beauty in everyone I meet. And coaching at the end of the day give me the confidence, the trust, the belief that everyone is genius, everyone has the beauty inside. And our job as coaches is just to create that sacred space so that we can have something like you just said a few minutes ago, collective whole. I really love that, being part of something bigger than ourselves. So I share with all the others that, I can have enough words to describe how I experienced this journey so far. Thank you very much, Ben, everyone. And I believe that the journey will continue.
Thank you. May I propose a toast to unlearning, defining, and choosing. Thank you, Lynn. What a journey! 6 years of journey, 6 years of witnessing how Lynn has grown, from first level to third level. What a joy! And next we're going to have Madid. No, Madid was never part of us in the first level and second level, but she was so brave to just jump into the third level and and just kind of like diving in and pay the price. She went back to level 1, but she didn't actually do a level 2, which I say there's no need to do level 2. Kind of like, but Madid, share with us how's this journey like for you? I mean, you're always part of us now. Okay, you're always part of us. Okay.
Well, thank you, Ben, and all of you. It was like Dorothy and the Tornado. So I find myself in the land of Oz eventually. And yes, if I may reflect back to you as you taught me, I would bullet it in the following way. So it is about intensity, depth, and community.
Wow.
So it was really intense. So when I landed in level 3, I realized that no matter how much I've learned before or my experience and so on, it was a completely different story about coaching. And it really came in the right moment for me, in the right moment for me as a person and as a professional. And then I think it was the smartest decision to go back to level 1. And I'm sorry Ian left, because I want to acknowledge him for all his support. And we had so many interesting discussions besides the hours. And it was a lot of sharing between us and a lot of support. And then, how to say, I said it was intense because doing all this together, level 1, level 3, work, family, you can imagine. But I discovered that what commitment means, and I've been inspired to be so much committed. So I was waiting for every single practical lab or learning lab we had together, and every peer session, and this is about intensity. On depth, I discovered a depth of coaching which I never witnessed before, and thank you for that. My coaching it is different now, and thank you for imagining and designing this program, and everything you're adding up, and the challenge you're put in front of us. So depth is really there. And it's community, because one of my big surprises in CMA was to discover a great community of not only global, but the Romanian coaching community. My colleagues that are here, we did a lot of work together and we supported each other, and I want to thank each of them. And Dora was a great support for me as well. So I can't mention everybody, but I'm very grateful. And thank you for allowing me in, because I came late in the program. And journey continues, I'm sure about that.
Wow. Thank you. So maybe give a toast to intensity, depth, and community. Woo! Thank you, Mati. Thank you. Great to have you. And now on the list that we have next is oops, who do we have next? Oh, did we miss anyone? Okay, let's move on quickly to maybe Tima. Would you like to share about your journey too? Do you have Tima? And then after that, we have Rosa. Both of you are representing, our students from Hong Kong. We love to have your input. Share with us how this you came together with the same batch together with Lisa. From the first level, you hop into the second level and then move on. I think Whitney, you are also in the same batch with them, right? You flew all the way to Hong Kong to do it, right?
No. I was in Hong Kong and I flew back to Singapore to do
Oh,
it.
okay. You Hong Kong, you flew to Singapore, but then you flew back to Hong Kong and you joined that group, isn't it? In level
I
1?
went to as an observer.
As an observer.
I think it was
Yeah.
Diana's group, not
Yes.
Thomas' group. Yeah.
Diana and Thelma is the same group, right? No. No. Okay, I'm
Pernil was
confused.
there as well when Pernil was still in Hong Kong. So
Yes.
yeah.
Never mind. Let's have Tima.
Okay. A lot has been said, and I totally agree and support all that. Personally, for the past 2 years, I think 2018, I think it was June or in the summer. Now it's been 2 years. The past 2 years has been an amazing marathon for me.
Oh, by the way, you just got the children just got married, right?
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. She was still dating when I started, of course. Now she's married. So anyway, a lot has happened apart from that. Yeah, so it's been a good year because everything. Yeah, so the past 2 years been an amazing marathon, because when I first started, I was totally clueless as to what coaching was, and I was just curious as to what it was, and it was quite interesting. And then I didn't think I would go on to the second course, but I did, because I think I got encouraged by Ben, because I said to him, I don't think I can do it. He said, oh, you should try. And he's, very encouraging, so I did. But when I did join the second level, I found that I was dropped into the deep end. I had to unlearn everything I learned, and then learn it again, but in a different way. So I thought I would never finish PCC. I thought, oh gosh, I would never finish it, but I did. And then when I finished, and Ben was my mentor then, and I said, I'm not going to do the mastery. And he encouraged me again. I said, really? So I did it again. And only at the end of this marathon, I mean, it's still going to carry on, I'm sure. have I really just realized what holding the space means. I remember in Hong Kong when you did the core course, you had this collapsible ball, right? And you kept collapsing and then opening, collapsing. And I said to myself, what on earth is he talking about? I had no idea. And I still didn't have any idea, not too much when I did PCC, but now at the end of the third course, I start to have a glimpse of what he means. So it's opening and keeping that space. And I thought I had been doing that, but only recently with more practice and Ben's advice and all that, especially after my last supervision, he gave me a lot of very
Yes.
comments, and I listened to the debriefing and I listened and I think I got it a little bit more. So I need to keep that space and open and keep it open and not collapse it. So I'm starting to get the hang of what I learned in the first course at the end of my third course. So it was great learning. So personal growth, it's been great. It really has been great because a lot of unlearning. When we get to a certain age, we think we know everything, right? And only to find out I don't know everything. I have to unlearn everything, a lot of things anyway. And then, and I think also being coached myself as a client, as coachee, I learn a lot more and becomes a bit more of a humbling experience.
Yeah.
To know that there's so much more that I don't know. So that was a great experience. And finally, I think it's the camaraderie that Pete mentioned as well. And I think I wouldn't have pulled through PCC and mastery if I had not had the peers, that supported me. They were very, very encouraging. They even offered, gave me a lot of time to say, oh, let me be your client. You train, you'd be fine. So they were really, really encouraging and gave me a lot of pointers. And, I said, I have no idea what this marker means. And they would give me all these. Some of them even gave me their own notes. So I thought, wow, that was amazing. So that was very amazing camaraderie. But last but not least, but I think I should thank Ben because he's been amazing. If but for him, I would not be here. I have, he's given me a lot of encouragement. And one thing that amazes me a lot is his patience. I don't know where he gets it from. I still haven't got it from him, haven't learned this part. When I don't get things, he's so patient, he's still smiling at me. I can imagine myself, screaming at somebody I'm trying to explain something to, and they still don't get it. But, Ben's so patient and they just keep smiling. So Ben's smile helped me through this course, and, that's why I'm here. So I thank everybody and also a lot of faculty members who have helped me throughout the journey. And so it's a lot of people to thank. I thank Ben, thank faculty and my peers and everyone here. I've learned a lot from all of you in the sessions, and it's very humbling because, to know that there's so much more to know.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you. And Tima, thank yourself too for not giving up. Thank you for not giving up. Okay, thank you. And by the way, I'm not that patient. But I'm full of love. That is one thing for sure. Okay, but I'm not patient. Okay, I do love students a lot, especially those who are serious and willing to work hard and never give up. Okay, if they're not giving up, why should I be giving up? Right? Thank you, Tima. I learned so much from her. She's such a such a great individual that I grew to respect over this time together with her. Of course, most of you are doing mentoring with me, so you can see a lot of personal time that we spent, talking. Great. So the next person that did not give up but hold on very tightly Like, despite of how busy the work schedule is, it's still holding on and managed to pull it through. And there's none other than Rosa. Rosa, share with us.
Yeah, thank you, Ben. And first of all, I think there's a lot of people to thank. But the one I would like to start with, really, I just noticed she come back as well, is Lisa. Actually, Lisa is the one to really introduce me into this amazing journey. When we first started, I had no clue what I'm doing. And I have to tell you, like totally as you mentioned, it's amazing for what actually happened in these 2 years that I still go on to the next one. And then I actually honestly, there was a point I said I was not going to do mastery. And I just find myself that I'm so lucky at the last minute, at your last like open session, I listened to it and then I decide, no, I have to do it. And I'm just so grateful that I actually make the decision to do mastery so that it really tie back everything together. And I like to say that to me, there is still a lot for me to learn to like master the mastery level.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, there is a couple things I have to really share. Something you guys mentioned about inside out, about all the different things. I mean, to me, the journey is totally transformational. Also, in a sense, it's to myself. I think a lot of you also helped me on that journey and do go through the coaching session with me that hopefully I think you guys also see the difference in these 2 years. I have to say, the course to me not only is learn about what the coaching is really truly transformation for myself as a person and myself in my corporate job as a leader and working with the different people. I think in these 2 years, there is a lot happened personally as well as also work-wise. If I don't have this course, even though people say, Rosa, your schedule is already so crazy, how come you're still going into classes at night? I mean, do you even have time to sleep? And actually, my answer to them is, if I'm not going to do this journey or courses, I may not be able to pull through in the past 2 years with all the stress and all the other thing that's going on.
Wow.
One of the things I like to share is all of you guys, not only do I learn about coaching, I learned about is a truly is a transformation journey for myself as an individual, as a better person, and also as a better, like no matter work that you are doing, for it be you are a leader, you are in your work, it just gives so much sustainability in ourselves that is a truly transformation journey for myself. I still would like to learn a lot. Ben, I cannot believe this is the graduation. I'm still thinking we still have some more session going on, so I'm still trying to get into the idea this is like a graduation, but there is just so much to learn. And also to me, one of the core thing, a lot of vocabulary that I pick up, bullets, transformation, all those that I never actually talk about in my work right now. I talk to my team, what type of bullets do you have? What type of objective of the thing we're trying to get to? It's just amazing of how much that actually get into our daily life. So it's just, I would like to say thank you to each one of you that a number of you helped me on my journey and also be my peer coaching. And Ben, I have to say every time I have to re-listen to the recording session, because every time you surprise us with how much insight in addition to what we thought we know, but every time we find out that we miss a lot of stuff. It has been amazing for myself, knowing all of you guys and learn from each other. So I just would like to say thank you.
Well done. So should we propose a toast to bulleting, to ever expanding vocabulary? Well done, Rosa. And next, we would like to also invite Whitney. I believe I miss her so much. I miss her out from the list. Let's hear from Whitney. She flew back from Hong Kong to Singapore to take the training, and then later when she flew back to Hong Kong, she joined the group again, as a student's mentor, and then move on to advanced level, and without any shadow of doubt, she just ran into the third level. So Whitney, share with us.
Well,
and I know her story.
What story?
her story with me on the last day of her training in the college.
Yes, I'm going to talk about it. It's interesting that, you know, we just talked about this vocabulary bit because just recently I had a catch up with my level one coaching kakis. And
Woo!
uh, you know, we talked about how we were so confused in level one. And I remembered that Ben, you asked us once, and this was level one, right? Is this person considering or exploring or pondering? And we were like, what? And and I was sharing with them that we are still at that in mastery. so so yeah, so this vocabulary and unlearning, I think a lot of people have talked about it. I wanted to kind of summarize this journey with three words over here, um, three F's. The first is failing, the second is flowing,
Whoa!
and the third is family.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to talk about the easiest one first, family. And it's really, you know, a thank you to everyone over here. To be honest, my level one friends, very few went to level two, and then none came to level three. Of course, I still have fellow Singaporean friends over here. But I think what I've gained is a really a global community. And I think we all come in here with so diverse backgrounds, with different objectives. Some of us were still finding our calling and passion. Some of us knew that this was our passion and calling as well. But there is this sameness and affinity that we all share. And just wanting to make a difference, wanting to make a change. And I have always been very inspired by all of you and the friendships that we have made here. So I think towards the end of mastery, it was really very fun. Like I attended quite a lot of the advanced supervised sessions, and every time I see Azadeh, I would, you know, be telling her, your coaching agreement marker for, huh? Because she'll always be talking about it, and I also told her that what I've always wanted to visit Dubai, and if I go there, I'll definitely look her and Noor up, and you know, and things like that. So I think it's a lot of all these like friendships that
Yes,
I really treasure.
yes,
And this has opened my eyes also to, you know, just different cultures as well, and how we coach. And I think Ben, you share that with us. Different cultures, the way people express themselves is different
yeah,
as well. Yeah. And then let me talk about failing and flowing. So I actually have this little piece of paper over here. All right. And this was something that on the last day of our level one training,
oh yeah,
we were asked to, you know, pick a this little
cookie
quote.
cookies.
Yes, it's like a fortune cookie. I was very proud of what I picked. It says success is best measured by how far you've come with the talents you've been given. And this spoke to me a lot because I think actually on that last day, and I came to Ben in tears, and sharing that I've wanted to do coaching for a long time, but
Yes,
somehow people said that it wasn't the right time for me. I was young, and you know, and a lot of different things. And then I think Ben, you just, there was this like belief in me, almost.
yeah.
I felt that that real, almost like uh, a very inspirational fatherly figure that you
Fatherly
just
lah.
okay lah, that like very old, right? But just very wise, right? And you said a few very inspiring, very encouraging words, and that really made me feel that this was the path for me. What you didn't tell us was that apart from talent and hard work, there's a lot of failing. There is a lot of stumbling around. And I realized that, you know, these
Yeah.
2 years, when I say flowing, I don't mean comfortable flowing. I mean, like sometimes you just tell yourself, I'll get it someday, let me go with the flow. And you just take a step back and and trust the process. And through that, I think I have also learned to give myself time, be patient.
Yes.
The last mentor coaching session that I had with you, Ben, it was also about me being more patient with myself as well. And
Yeah.
I think all of this is, it's mastery is really a personal mastery journey in itself.
Yes. Yes.
So whether it's coaching, whether it's I mean, not just like skills or techniques, and it's very hard
Yes.
to say this to people who are not in the coaching field,
Yes.
because it's hard to articulate it exactly. But um and I think all of you here will definitely understand what I mean, this personal mastery and giving
Yes.
myself space, giving people space, and I am forever thankful for that. Yeah. Just one last bit, which is you know, this background again. I talked about it before about diving and going very deep, still in the deep end. And I think if I can use this as an analogy, it's that you know, being a diver, every time, and I think some of you dive here as well, is that every time before you go out into the sea, into the open waters, you have to check that everything is there, right? And sometimes you get a little bit frenzied. At least I get very frenzied. So I find that in coaching, I also feel like, hey, have I remembered to check in 3 times? Have I remembered to ask this? Have I remembered to ask that? But then there is also that bit where you just flow
Being lost. Yeah.
and enjoy yourself. Yeah. So this is how I want to wrap up the level 3. And thank you, everybody. It has been an honor and a pleasure to learn alongside.
Thank you. So may we give a big toast to diving deep into the oceans and just be lost in it. Okay, make sure you float up to the surface. Okay, don't, make sure you check your oxygen level and move up to the surface. Okay, we got 3 more person on the list to share, and we have Suman, Anne, and Andre. So let's have Suman to share to go next. Okay, Suman, are you here?
I'm here, everyone.
Good.
Thank you for
Share, how's
having
your journey?
me. Yeah, I think the word that kind of summarizes it for me is it was a very humbling journey. I was at a
Yeah.
stage where I've been coaching for many years
Yeah.
and getting really good results and also getting good clients. And I was thinking, do I really need this stuff, you know? But then I always felt that in my gut, I knew there was something more than just where I was. And I thought it was time to venture out and find out more. And true enough, it was the shock of my life to realize that I knew so little. I knew so little. And I mean, what I really appreciate, Ben, is the way you really unpack things. You unpack it and just lay it on the table. And then you realize, oh my God, I didn't know there was this. And for someone who's, you know, a bit more intellectual, I really appreciate you connecting the theory to the practice. Because for me, yeah, I mean, I've heard all these things. I've heard about all these things from so many people. And yeah, but then experiencing it here, and so that really was very useful for me. And I mean, I think the other thing is, you know, I've been sort of in my journey of finding truth on the spiritual front, and I always thought coaching is really a very spiritual journey for me. And when I see you, and I see the way you give yourself with so much love, right? It doesn't matter. Yeah, I know you're a Chinese businessman, you're very astute, but that aside, I can really see the love that you give, and the love that you have for coaching, and also the way you deal with each and every one of us. I think you have really, in a way, a heart of gold, and I really admire that in you. So and so this journey for me is actually just the beginning of realizing that I have a long way to go, and I have so much more to learn and so much more to give. And I'm just feeling very fortunate that I'm part of this group. You know, I really appreciate that all the global community. I met so many really nice people. My group 3, all the people there, they've been so supportive. And now, even as I'm struggling to do my recordings, I have people who are willing to help, and that's really amazing. So yeah, really, I think you have a gift in unpacking and reconstructing, which I've never seen anywhere. And I've been to many schools and many speakers and many wherever. And I'm really appreciating that. So it's a gift, and thank you for sharing that gift with all of us. And thank you everyone for, you know, really being there. I'm kind of like, I didn't do the 2 years. I just kind of plunked in this year. I was only expecting 10 people, and then I see like 30 people. Oh my God, how am I going to do this? But yeah, but it was really fun being with all of you. each and every one of you is so different, and yeah, it helps me to really step out of my frame of reference of what a coach should be. So thank you so much. Yeah, and lastly, the language bit. Oh my God, the way you deconstruct language. I've been a native speaker, but I never use the words the way you do. So I think there's so much to appreciate, so much to learn. So that's the start of my journey now.
Well, thank you, Suman. Let's give a toast to humility, which is another important virtue. Humility keeps us learning. Okay, be humble. That's the virtue. Okay, let's grow that virtue. Thank you, Suman. Great, and we got two more lady. Oh, precious one. I mean, all are precious, but I get to know Anne, when I went over to Suzhou and see her for the first time. She was taught in New Zealand, and then Sarah actually makes the connection to say, oh, this lady from is going back to China, maybe you can partner with her and see how we can do, how we can expand CMA there. And here we go, and reach out, and then we connect, and then we say, okay, let's make it happen. Just form a class, and off we go. And that's where I met Anne, and then and I'll have Anne to continue the story. And Anne, are you here?
Yes,
Good,
thank you,
and
Ben. Sorry,
share with
sorry
us. No
yeah,
problem.
sorry for
Share with
today
us
being
how's
late.
this learning.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Sorry for being late for today. I have been quite busy recently. I don't want to miss for today's session. For this journey, started from 2018 February. It's just 2 years and a half.
Yeah.
Such an amazing. I cannot believe I have finished the all of the 3 levels learning. From level 1 Thursday, with all of the passion of, okay, that's the right journey I would like to go, because I'm not the kind of person really being very consistent about the things. But when I met coaching, I say, okay, that's the thing I love. That's my passion. So, and then for level 2, I'm trying very hard, because the language thing, or I just feel the whole level 2 journey are so hard for me. But along the way, because we met Ben, and Ben was always pushing me and to be brave, and I still remembered when the first time you came to Suzhou, and we are still in the level 2 learning journey, and you're, how to say, okay, the whole leadership in you and the passion in you, that's really inspired me of, that's the right road. I need to continue and try my best. And then, especially when I finished the level 2, I'm so proud of myself. I said, okay, I need to congratulate for myself. And then you pushed me again to say, okay, you cannot stop. That's the level 3, you cannot stop. I say, no, give me 1 more year. I need to have a pause. That's so hard for me for this whole year. You say, no, you never stop. Until I finished the mastery retreat. It's such a wonderful gathering, and everyone encouraging each other. And I read out the essence of mastery, and I say, yes, I cannot stop. That's the journey I need to go on. So I really don't regret that decision, because until I went to the mastery journey, I mean the level 3, I slowly to realize that the being is so important. And the previously, I'm always proud of making notes, of really listen clearly about what they are saying because of the language thing. But now I'm very confidently of not taking notes and feel more relaxed, of just to find the real being of myself. The real being of ourselves is the best way to serve our client. And that's the wisdom I have learned and see more and more from the masters of these coachings. And especially one more thing I also would like to share is along the way to teach together with learning. That's really a very effective way for me. And also, like recently, I'm also pushing to myself to do some live speech in Chinese for more and more people to understand the coaching essence or the mastery things. I think that's really help. Yeah, to sharing, because if just until we really get to know more and more, we can we can now more and more understand what Ben has been told what Ben has been told us, the things you have been told us. In fact, we don't really understand at that moment until later on we really tell out or speak that out to other person, or really being at the status, we can just recall what Ben has been really talking about. What does that really mean? So that's really, still, we have a lot of things to learn, and just to review what we have learned before and practice. So at the end, I would like to say I really lucky to have met CMA, have met Sarah, Joe, and Ben, and we met all of CMA family members. And I believe all of us, we have shared is the same thing. That's the journey we have just started also. And that's a lifelong practice. That's a lifelong being practice or being enjoyment. So thank you. That's my
and thank you so
your
very
share.
much. I will give you a toast to breakthrough. A breakthrough. I really honored Anne in many regards that she, in every chapter of our meeting together, she make her own breakthrough. I remember in Suzhou, after we finished the last day training, when we were talking about planning for the next intake, she came to me with a whole list of book. I mean, she come in with a book with everything noted down. This is this, this. Oh, look at her and think, oh, come on, man. Come on, come on, come on. We can just put the book aside and just do it. Just get it done. She was, no, we must evaluate and have all these things. Just launch the next day. Just go for it. And then in the advanced training and in the third level training and in between, she just learned to just go for her own breakthrough, and getting her, convincing her to teach in Chinese. It was like, come on, like for so many years been not dealing with Mandarin, and then suddenly both of us to just jump in Suzhou and deliver it first time in Mandarin. Trust me, it's a breakthrough both for myself and for Anne, and she just took the lead to translate English to Mandarin and just stand in front of the students like okay, this is my first time, but I cannot pretend, I cannot show them that I'm not, you know what I mean? But that's how, you know what I mean? We are never ready for anything. Oops, what do you mean we are not ready for everything? You force us to train us so well. What do you mean we are not ready? But think about it, it's an oxymoron statement. We are never ready for anything. Just launch. Like, what do you mean just launch? Well, just ask the IT people. They will just tell you, as long as you are able to get the minimum functional requirement, just launch. Don't wait for the perfect solution. You'll never arrive at that point, okay? As long as the minimum line is there, just go. Okay, just launch. Okay, and Anne is that example. She just took that step and just launch. Great. And finally, the next wonderful lady that I grew to have great respect for, because it is a journey that we grew up together. Not that we grew up as a childhood, but CMA, it was very closely knitted with Jay and Andre. And also there's one more person, Anil, also part of this team. You know, it is very strongly needed together, you know, because they are that, you know, together with Pyang-Sut. So that's where I Am a Life Coach Academy was started. I mean, was started, was still using the Life Coach Academy, and I'm able to see them, you know, growing over these years of how CMA grow, and you know, and I see how Andre has emerged, you know, differently over the year, and it's such a great honor to have her as the last person to share. Now, Andre, would you like to share
Yeah, Ben.
your journey?
Thank you, Ben. Yeah, so I think it's a long journey. So in 2014, I did my first level training, and
Wow, that's long. 2014.
yes, it did. It did take a while for me to connect back. But the last 2 years, if I really look back, it has been a life transforming journey for me. So from taking up advanced level and then moving on to mastery. So I think as an individual, I feel I have transformed so much. I have learned tough things of how to let go and to really create clarity about what my purpose in life is. So I'm really thankful, Ben, for everything. All the learnings that has been put forward has supported me to create that transformation for myself. And I feel that the fact that I have gone that journey has really helped me to serve my clients stronger as well.
Yes.
And looking back, I like from all the learnings I've had, the learning that I've had in the last 2 years has been the richest learning experience for me. Rich in a way that it has helped me to change a lot of things of how I am. So I think I'm very grateful for that. To Ben, to Jay, my partner,
yes.
Anil, and the CMA faculty. I've made amazing friends here, friends who are like family to me now. So I'd like to mention Azadeh, I have like a really strong friendship with her. So thank you so much for being there at all times. And I think like as I took the journey of mastery, I feel I embraced the power of coaching more. And I feel that I'm courageously the person who I am as I'm coaching my clients. So I think that's my biggest takeaway, to be who I am and powerfully serve people, because I've always known that I wanted to serve people, but I feel now I can be myself in that space. So I think that's the biggest gift I got. And I think Ben and some of you know, Sri Lanka is a small island and coaching was not something that was so much known. And Jay has taken a very brave step to support Sri Lanka in that sense. And I'm so grateful that I'm a part of that journey. And CMA is the strongest voice in Sri Lanka. And I can see that so many people come and transform their lives and they take it back to the corporate world. And I think we see it happening more and more now. So I'm ever grateful for that, Ben. And I think the journey continues. So I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you. A toast to the ripple effects of transformation, catching one life at a time. It's never too late. It's never too late. It's all the perfect timing. Great. And we just have Yapaka popping in. I just want to check whether is it convenient for her to. Yapaka, are you here? I saw that your camera.
I am.
Hey, Yapaka, great. You managed to just pop in time for the final closing. So go ahead, Yapaka.
The Facebook Live, and I could not insist to join and congratulate you in person. So congratulations, you guys. Final state of training, you did it. And
I know it's been a journey and rough journey and struggle journey, but you made it to this end. So congratulations. And I'm very happy for you. I feel excited inside, and I've been working all day, and I could not miss this opportunity to say hello and congratulations. And now it's time for you to impact more life.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you, Ben.
Thank you, Yabaka. Thank you. So my final closing is only two things. Person. Person, if you find the root word of it, is translated in Greek as sound going through. Going through. Wow. I think that's what impactful coaching is all about. Allowing it to just go through you. You know, what people say is not just a word, but it's a perception. It's about the way they're seeing their world. It's about who they are. And what I'm inviting you is to continue to develop that capacity to allow it to just go through. And then you begin to see and feel just exactly what people is saying. I think Diana can feel it. You know, when she was coaching that one of the clients, she just allowed her story to just go through her. She's not just coaching, she's just feeling her, how her mind is thinking and seeing through that lens. That's the power that we can tap into because we are called person. Okay, we can allow that to go through us if we learn to master it, and then learn to hear from that lens of what people is saying as they go through us. That's what makes coaching so powerful at the transformational level. That is one. Okay, go through it. We are person. And the last one is claim it. Okay, claim it. Come on. It's time to be a little bit greedy and ambitious and just come on. When girls, you look at the guys that you like, come on, just claim it. Fight for it. Right, guys, when you see that lady, that's the one that you want. Just guys are no problem. They will just fight for it. Okay, but it comes a time. It comes a time when you had to claim it. Walk out of the shadow of Ben. Okay, I'm here for an occasion. That's all. An occasion in which my teacher always tell me, my doctorate or my thesis or my scholarship or my learning or my knowledge is just a platform for you to step on it. Okay, so I'm just here for you to step on it. Now leap off from the shadow. Okay, and claim it. Okay, some of you are like, are you sure? No, claim it. Right, let your voice be loud and claim it. Can do? Some of you say no. No. You will be kicked out of the house and off you go. Claim it. Okay, continue to multiply. Continue to allow yourself to contribute in a much greater capacity. The more you give, the more you share, the more it returns back to you multiple fold. Okay, my mastery, my learning are the results of my students' learning. As I learn to contribute, in return, you guys have returned back to me thousandfold more. Because you forced me to go beyond. What else can I do to entertain a whole group of 30 students who were willing to spend 2 hours listening? You know what I mean? You guys have forced me to move that one inch. So I should be eternally grateful to all my students who have allowed me to grow over the years and allowed me to continue to invest in the new batch of students. Yay! Okay. And the cycle continue to grow. Got it? So now claim it. Okay. I'm just here as a temporary platform for you to live on, find your own voice, and continue the great work of inspiring positive change. And finally, let's give everybody a round of applause. Yay! Okay, keep the friendship ongoing, keep the learning fresh, and continue to contribute. Remember, Dead Sea is called Dead Sea because there's no outlet. Okay, don't be a Dead Sea. Okay, allow it to open up, flow, let it flow into other rivers of other new young coaches. They all need senior brothers and senior sisters to be there for them. Use the same thing that you have picked it up: compassion, love, tough love, encouragement, belief. You will see in a year to come, you will be that strong tree that is ready to bear more fruits. Got it? Great. So till again, the next level we will meet on our journey in learning together. Okay, till then, take care everybody. Have fun. Bye.